Alright guys, here is another moment, beautiful moment, exciting moment in New World Empire. That is the bass guitar class starting right now. So guys, some guys are going to start getting their bass ready right now because you already know what I mean. These classes are going to be dropping now every single week that comes your way free of charge. So if this is an opportunity you have been waiting for, God has answered that prayer right before you. So just go ahead now, subscribe if you have not, because I don't want you to miss any of these tutorials when they start dropping. In fact, it has started dropping already. And here with me, we're so happy to have a great friend, someone who has been playing bass guitar for us. Okay, so his name is Nathaniel Bass. Almost look like Nathaniel Bassi. You know that? So if you know Nathaniel Bassi, you will not forget his name.
Welcome, viewers. As he has said, my name is Nathan. You can call me Yamai Nathan Madaki. That's my full name anyway. Yeah, I will be your favorite bass tutor in the MOSAX music empire. So I would say fasten your seatbelt because this is going to be really massive. The bass is a journey, actually. It's a journey starting from the beginner to the advanced. The first thing you need to know is we'll teach you about the bass anatomy. It will help you to be able to understand how to use the bass. After the bass anatomy, we'll also learn about the music skill. I won't call it the bass skill. The music skill is one of the most important elements in bass playing. Now, for you to understand the bass, really, you need to understand different types of skills. So there are so many skills we're going to teach you in the bass, starting with the major scale, which is a diatonic scale. We're going to learn the major scale. The major scale is the first skill that everybody would learn. So we'll teach you the major scales, we'll teach you the minor scales, we'll teach you modes, which are very important. We'll teach you modes, we'll teach you diminished scales, we'll teach you augmented. All those things are very important in skills. We'll also teach you about the arpeggio. Learning the arpeggio is very important. For you to really understand your bass, you need to understand all of those things. They are very important for a beginner. And beside those ones who, as a beginner, you will learn about bass techniques. Bass techniques are very, very important. You need to really, really understand what to do with your bass. As in the left hand technique, because so many people are suffering because of not able to use the right finger, not able to, you see different fingers trying to jam with the other and kind of fighting with each other, trying to play the right note with the wrong finger. We'll learn that, the left hand technique, we'll learn the right hand technique, we'll learn other techniques in the bass, starting basically with the right hand, with the left and the right hand techniques. There are so many techniques we'll learn on the bass guitar. We'll go to a point where we'll learn bass articulations. Yeah, bass articulations are very, very important in bass, like things like muting. We'll learn muting, we'll learn hammering, we'll learn vibrato, shakes, and different things on the bass. We'll learn all those things. They are very, very important for a bass player. As a beginner, you need to get familiar with some of those things. We'll also learn dynamics. Yes, as a musician, dynamics are very important. As a bassist, you should know your dynamics. Dynamics are kind of how soft or hard you play your notes on the bass. Just like a singer without dynamics, to me, has not started singing yet. So as a bass player, you need to really, really express yourself. Your dynamics helps you to express yourself on the bass. Without dynamics, your bass will be very, very boring. So definitely, you need to learn all those things. And we're going to learn it in the MOSAX Music New World Empire. And to me, I would advise you right at this moment, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, and definitely will go a long way. Now the intermediates is a stage of perfection. Okay, that's when you try to perfect different things on the bass. Now, the intermediate stage also is a stage of scoring songs. Now, if you really want to get familiar with your bass playing, as in you need to score songs, you need to score tones and tones of songs. Any good song you come across, any song that you feel, this song is worth scoring, definitely you should go ahead and score them. So as a bass player, you should follow each of our lessons step by step. And each lesson I'm going to teach here, I'm going to teach us following, giving us different examples. So I expect you, as I've said earlier, to tighten up your seatbelt, and we're going to make things very interesting for you in this music academy.
Oh my God, this is great, sir. I honestly, even those who are not interested in bass, I am very sure they will start making up their mind right now to join your classes. Okay, talk about muting. What's muting?
Okay, muting is a kind of a, now like in African music, muting is very important. We do a lot of muting in our playing. So muting is a kind of a silencing your notes, just like this.
Okay.
But the other way, I can do like this. Instead of playing the normal notes. So this is muting. I'm muting it now.
Okay, so what about slap? Let me shift my cheek. How do you slap the bass? Is it like you just somebody? Okay, slap the bass now. Make sure it's not me you are slapping anyway.
No, I'm not slapping anybody. It's actually the bass strings that I'm slapping. And slapping the bass strings kind of give a kind of punchy kind of sound. That's slapping of the bass. Now, when you talk about slapping, you can just mostly the thumb is used to slap the bass. The thumb is used to slap the bass, like that's just what slapping is all about. Now, besides slapping, we can also add the pulling to it. Now, pulling is when you put your finger up like.
You are pulling and you are slapping.
I'm slapping,
God.
pulling, slapping, pulling. You can also pull with the thumb, as when you slap. So we're going to teach us all this. So that is, you will learn more of this as far as the slapping is concerned.
Man, pulling and slapping. My God. Man, for bass players, just imagine you marry a bass player as a woman. Pull you closer, slap you. But this man is a gentleman, and bass players are usually gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Harmonics. Now, harmonics are kind of sound you produce with your bass. They are close to things like we have what we call the ghost notes. If you hear what is called a ghost note, it's not the normal ghosts that we know. It's not the normal ghosts that we know. There are notes that you play the normal notes, but there is a way you play it in a muting kind of a way that you apply it and it sounds kind of muted. But harmonics, you kind of place your finger in a sense that it doesn't hold, the left finger doesn't hold the strings so tightly. Then maybe I normally, the way I play my harmonics, I normally go down as in towards the bridge of the bass and play my harmonics. You can hear the sound. That's the harmonic sound.
Oh my God. What about hammer-on? Which one is hammer-on?
Okay, hammer-on is like, there are sometimes that you might, well, let me just put it that way. this way. There are some times that you might wish to free your right hand to kind of rest. Then you use your left hand. You get me? So I'm hammering on the strings instead of strumming with the right hand. So I'm just using my left hand. You can as well use the right hand to hammer, as in there are plays like you get me? So this is another way you can use your right hand to hammer.
Okay, vibrato? I do vibrato on saxophone as a saxophone teacher in this channel. How do you do vibrato on bass?
Like,
okay.
can you hear that? That's getting your vibrato by the shakes. But this one, this by bending. This is by the shakes. So these are the two ways to get your vibrato.
Man, everything has two ways of doing it. And that means if you don't get this one, you most likely will get the other one.
Definitely.
So that means there's no how you will go through a teacher like this and not play the bass very well. Because it gives you almost several options of doing one thing. I even see that you're going to be doing fills and timing. Are you going to start giving them backing track or something they will do to groove on or something?
As a bassist, we learn the basis by mostly using backing tracks and metronome. Because rehearsing without metronome is actually very, 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 very bad for a bass player. So a bass player must rehearse regularly. Everything you must do it with a metronome or get a backing track and rehearse with it. So that will help your timing. That will help you to maintain your groove. It will help you to maintain your groove because playing the bass, holding the groove is very important. Because you know one thing I didn't tell you about the bass. Bass is like the heartbeat of a music. Now, it is that bass that makes you to shake your head when you hear the music. It is that bass that will make you to tap your legs when you hear the music. So bass is just like the heartbeat. When your heart is beating, like you feel your heart beating, that's how you feel the bass when you listen to a music. So the music without the bass is actually, I don't know how it's going to feel.
The drum teacher of this great empire said that drummers are the timekeeper. And the bass tutor is saying that bassists are the what?
Heartbeat.
They are the heartbeat. Now, it means the saxophone is what happened.
Yes.
we are the forerunners. Okay, so everybody see you begin to know your place in the music.
Definitely.
Timekeeper is there, the heartbeat is there, the forerunners are there. So everybody is running and the keyboardist usually most likely they are the room, they hold the house.
Exactly.
So this is where everybody begins to find expression, and so on and so forth. So he will begin to teach you how to take your place in that band. All right, even you talk about ear training, how are you going to achieve ear training?
Now, there are a lot of bass players that I see, intermediates and beginners, they find it difficult even to locate their key when music is playing on. And I've seen some like the music is being played on and he was looking for his key up till the time that the music got finished. He hasn't gotten his key.
I've seen that several times.
You'll be able to overcome that by good ear training.
Wow, beautiful. So it's a lot of training and grooming as far as bass players is concerned. You talk about tone, building a great tone, great bass tone.
I will give you a short instance, something that happened to me somewhere when I went to play. I met a guy. He said, I didn't actually go with my bass, so I met their bass. The guy was complaining about our bass is not good. It's not bringing out a good tone. Blah, blah, saying a lot of things that, why didn't I come with my bass? I said, okay, let me just manage with yours. When I finished playing the bass, he just came and checked. Is this the same bass that we used to play?
Is it the bass?
I said, yes. It's the same bass. It's all about how you play, learning your articulations, your learning your dynamics, all those things kind of revolutionize your tone on the bass. So learning, improving your bass tone, you need to understand all those things, your articulations, your dynamics. It changes and it gives you a very nice tone. It doesn't really matter the type of bass. Yes, because sometimes they would even give you a very expensive bass, maybe give you a kind of an expensive Ibanez or a Fender, and you still play the normal tone that you used to play with your normal.
You still sound like someone that is playing from the village.
Exactly.
And I see here you're going to even begin to give them practice guide, what to practice, practical exercises alongside, and even how to score songs. Are you going to be recommending songs for your students to watch and perfect? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, on every lesson, I will definitely get a song that will help you to perfect on that lesson. I score my songs part by part. I don't start scoring. I must score it instantly. I divide the song into different parts, then score them. Sometimes I even leave some of the riffs and runs. Just face the groove. When I learn each of the grooves, a song might have different grooves. You understand? So I learn each of the groove. When I'm done with the groove, then I can go to some of the runs and some of the dynamics of the song and learn them. So that is going to help you. And on each exercise, I'm going to give you songs that will fit into those exercises. And I believe you're going to like it.
Then there's no way somebody will follow this channel or register one-on-one with you and not perfect the bass guitar.
You start learning bass chords at intermediate level. Yeah. Because as I've said, in intermediate level, that's when you do a lot of exercises. So you learn bass chords, because most of the bass chords you learn mostly might be on sevenths, major sevenths, minor sevenths. We don't use the bass chord when the keyboardist is holding his chord as well. When the keyboardist is holding his chord, that's when you either be playing your groove or doing some other things. But there are some runs you do and you kind of end them with a chord, or you kind of play your chord in some. There are ways to use your chord. So definitely we're going to learn them in this music academy. But let me give you an example of a bass chord. Can you hear that? That's a chord. Can you hear that? That's a chord to play.
Wow, 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 wow. Everything bass guitar in one class. For those of you that want to join this class, all you need to do is just subscribe. It's free of charge. Share this video. Give us a thumbs up, comment, so that we know that you are ready for this. And I remain MOSAX, the coordinator of New World Music Academy. And I believe this channel has been a great blessing to you. All right. And at this point, sir, can we just say bye?